I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken.
Oh,
He was
really?
simply returned home.
Excuse me,
No.
but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
You got your son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
Sure,
These
why not?
witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
Exactly.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to speak to him myself. Why would the Nauts take in
What was
their
your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
How about your son?
Where
Can I
might
talk to
find
him?
your son now?
Exactly.
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why.
I want to hear from
Until
him.
the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
So that is what she says might be true. What she says can definitely be true, but I would have loved to have the opportunity to speak to him myself
Excuse me, madam,
to confirm.
but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
All right, fine.
With
Fine.
respect, my lady.
I need to get to the bottom of this. Let's find the truth. This is really cool. These quests have a lot of twists and turns, and they don't always end up the way that you predict them to be. I'm very impressed by how intriguing this entire quest is. Learn more about Naut contracts from Vasco, I'm assuming. Yeah, talk to Vasco about it. Mr. Vasco. Gotta go all the way over there. Well, while I'm already here, I'm just gonna go to that other area and inform. What did the sign say? Bridge Alliance Embassy Tavern, Port Quarter. Okay. Let's go to the Bridge Alliance Embassy. Okay. Oh yeah, I've been here before. Ambassador Sahin.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself.
Thank you.
But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea, remedies worse than the ill, believe me.
That's
As
how you
can well
pronounce that.
imagine, alchemists are our pride.
Panacea.
This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy.
I got other
The
things to
man
ask you about.
operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Before I start asking him a favor, let's just talk to him, do some small talk, and then lean on him once he's comfortable with us. Lean on the favor. The Bridge
Would
Alliance.
you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Yeah, interesting.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The
Cool.
vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous.
I would love to see
We
that.
discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
Can't wait to explore.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
All right, well, now that we've had some pleasantries, I need you to do something for me, please, sir.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthäus, the founder of the mythical Thélème. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection. But one good deed deserves another.
What do you
You would
need?
like me to first take care of your charlatan?
You will certainly prove to be an excellent legate.
All right, fair enough. I will do that.
I need to be going.
Fair.
Goodbye, Excellency.
Favor for a favor.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
I think that's fair. Okay, cool. We have a deal. I'm not ready to tell the captain I'm ready to raise the anchor yet. We're still doing stuff. We still have side quests. Okay, let's take a look at the Charlatan stuff. Find the Charlatan. Alright. Let's go him next. We still need to learn more about knot contracts. Alright. Let's go ahead and make our shimmy our way down this way. Search the area to find the Charlatan. Through there.
Citizens, I present to you panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more
Convenient.
still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas,
Yeah.
not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't
be
the
nice.
only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really?
It's a pretty
heal
good
everything,
pitch.
Your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course.
Except.
That being said, it
Aha.
is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him,
Me too.
I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Have a nice day, sire. The price of fabric is very attractive. This should help us in our trades with Al-Sad.
Ah, you're finally
Okay,
tempted.
let's talk.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you.
Yeah.
What might I do to convince you?
Are there
What
any
are the
nasty
what are the side
with
effects?
this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
How
Will
about
you
a
drink one of
demonstration?
your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind,
True.
give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider
Yes.
skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
His cart. Where is that? Unmask the Charlatan. Alright, so we need to go to his cart. Oh, back over there. So I need to make my way.
To my help.
Oh. Ooh. Thief. Stasis? Alright. Didn't expect you guys to be back here, but that's just fine. Oh, Q. Little help, guys. Thank you. Thank you, cousin. Just in time. Alright, I'm starting to get the hang of combat. Old blunt foil. Oh, okay. Unmask. Charlatan's antidote. His antidote? Alchemical research book. These pages are covered in small, almost illegible handwriting. Experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols. But the complexity of some recipes leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist and was certainly very knowledgeable. Letter from the innkeeper to the servant. Louise, the weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs, specifically asked us not to clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his vials or something, so leave him in his filth. The customer is always right. I remember that. I remember them talking about that. Health potion. Alright, so we went to the torn out page. Letter from an alchemist from Al-Sad. Not finding peace, did you part your candidates, did you poor, there's accuses they're having do to part of your script, I hope so that you've let you find a place where you can be at peace. Small little random, any complexity. The weird alchemist rendered upstairs. Okay. Can I talk to him again?
Have you finally made up your mind?
Show him the remedy. Show him the remedy he is selling.
Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up
How
on a
did he-
spike.
Think back to the note
How did
that we found.
he just...
We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Did he just disappear out of thin air? Did he, like, open a trap door? Or did he throw a smoke bomb? Like, how did he just disappear like that? Alright, well... He just is like, oh man, he got away! Like, there were 3 of us. How could he have gotten away? Alright, well, you know what? We are going to stop him. Maybe we can trade for some dowel rods. Aha!
Jürgen, what are
There
doing
you
in my
are.
room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Yeah, but that doesn't justify you selling this fake panacea to people that apparently could harm them if you're not willing to drink it yourself.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Yeah, which assuming I believe everything you're saying, which I am tending to believe what he's saying, that still doesn't justify him being a charlatan and cheating all these people.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice.
Yes, that is.
It does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
This is really, really interesting. Like, it's very... I am very impressed by these quests because it's really not that black and white. Like, yes, he was wrong for swindling these people, but he was trying to find a cure for the Malachor, but he needs test subjects. But again, you can't just use people into test subjects unwillingly. Like, that's unethical as well. But he was also he also has his code too, because there's people that he worked with that he respected that he didn't want to see torturing people, and he assures us this isn't actually going to hurt people. And I do believe that he genuinely believes, at least he believes that his potions are not going to harm people unless they continuously take it like he has. So, which is dangerous because, if somebody does happen to get a whole bunch of bottles of it, then yeah, they could become violent or whatever. So there are nasty side effects. We lied about the nasty side effects. So I see where he's coming from. I think where it's not coming from a completely 100% despicable place, because ultimately he is trying to find a cure for the Malachor, and it might be for fame or for glory or bragging rights or whatever. That might be the reasoning, but he's still trying to find a cure for the Malachor, which will ultimately help a lot of people if he succeeds. But he's just doing it the wrong way. So I love this. It's like I am torn because I understand where he's coming from. The ends doesn't really justify the means. But what am I going to do? Am I going to arrest him or am I going to help him leave the city? Oh, this is so tough. This is really, really tough. What would Desarde do? he's just gonna continue doing stuff unethically. But if he ends up finding he just needs, there's got to be a way I wish there was an option to tell him to, I wish there was an option to convince him to find a way to use this ethically and inform people to take it as test subjects, basically. But the option's not there. Like, it's either, so that is one critique that I have about this mission, is that it's either arrest him or help him leave the city, and he'll probably just continue being a charlatan for people. But does that mean that he will stop being a charlatan for people and try to come up with a cure of the Malachor legitimately? Like, I want to believe, I'd like to be able to believe that that's what help him leave the city is. He might find a cure. If he is the one that ends up finding the cure, because he is a skilled alchemist. I believe that this guy has the potential to find a cure. And if I arrest him, he's not going to be able to find. That's why this is not a cut and dry. It's not a cut and dry case, because yeah, the quote unquote right thing, or the quote unquote just or legal thing, the legal thing to do would be to arrest him, because, you know, he is doing something unethically. But for the greater good, if this guy does have the potential to ultimately find a cure for the Malachor, and if he is able to legitimately do it without harming these people, does the end justify the means? Like, what is it more important for you to follow the law and what is legal or illegal versus what ultimately could be for the greater good for all people, especially if it doesn't at the end of the day harm them? Even though it is pretty unethical not to let them know. That's why this is really, really tough. But at the end of the day, while I was very sympathetic towards the historians, I'm sympathetic to this guy, but not as sympathetic, because while I'm going back and forth on this, but he crossed the line. I feel like his shadiness just crossed over the line, and I feel like helping him leave the city would just be a hit in my integrity, and I just feel like I wouldn't be able to sleep at night with myself. Yeah, like what? Yeah, it doesn't feel right to just let him leave, because he's just going to continue swindling people. And yes, it's for the greater good, but I don't know. I think he crossed the line.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust.
Yeah, that's tough. I didn't feel good about that. But I also wouldn't feel good. Go back to the Bridge Alliance Assembly. Stay here for now. What's this over here? I also don't feel good. Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Okay. I also don't feel good. Not, like, basically letting those people not have justice, letting that mob not have justice for him swindling them. That's why I really love this quest a lot, because the mob is still there. That's why I love this quest so much, because you don't feel great either way. You feel like an awful person either way. Poorly written notice. To the family of the rich man who provoked us, we have him and we will kill him if you don't pay us handsomely. Come with a full purse to the alley south of the old warehouse district. To the alley south of the warehouse district. Okay. Is that the... Was that the sun guy? The son of the thing? I don't remember. The son of the Fontaines? yeah, like I was saying, if you feel awful no matter what you choose, no matter whose side you're on, whose side you pick, it's like, what's the lesser of the two evils, really? And those are the kind of decisions that I think are just, you know, really well designed.